there, fellow YouTubers and friends of mine watching this on Facebook. I am, of course, Max Cowan, and, of course, I am here with another edition of the XX Vlogs of Maxx, the Season 2 premiere, obviously. So, yeah, this is the first premiere of the Season 2, and as you'll notice, my show now has an intro. Something that took me a while to get together. And speaking of the intro, I'd like to take this opportunity to start off this vlog by saying thank you to Kez to Success. I'm not sure really whether it's a guy or a girl who runs the Kez to Success YouTube page, but she was the one who gave me the nice little tune you heard in my intro before this vlog. And yeah, it was a nice little tune, and I was lucky enough to come across it and to be given permission to use Kez to Success's little tune, R&B track tune, to be the intro tune for this new season and for my new intro for the XX Vlogs of Maxx. So I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Kez to Success for letting me use her song in my new intro. It's a really great song, and for those of you who haven't checked out the page of Kez to Success, you really should. She's got some really great R&B remixes and stuff that she made herself. Some remixes of some current songs and whatnot. But yeah, I just figured I'd start off by saying that. And thank you to Kez to Success. And yeah, I'm glad to have a new intro for this season of my show. I know it took a while for me to do a Season 2 premiere, and that was mainly because, well, the intro wasn't ready, and I wanted the intro to be ready before I did the Season 2 premiere, so that's why I did all those other little vlogs leading up to this. But yeah, the pictures I used in my new intro were, of course, pictures of my friends and family, and two or three group pics that were in there were of me with XMY and Scarlet Sins. For those of you who don't know who XMY and Scarlet Sins are, they were two awesome, amazing rock bands. They're no longer together, unfortunately, but I was always a huge fan of theirs when they were together, and they were both amazing rock bands, and I wish they were still together. So the reason I had pictures with them is because they're two of my favorite bands, and I figured it'd be a nice way to pay tribute to them in my new intro. But anyway, moving on. As some of you will know who view my page regularly, there was recently 2 new videos up, and I figured I'd talk about them. The first of which being steamroller art, which is something I came across on the weekend when I went to the Midland Art Festival. There's a lot of nice artwork there and stuff, but there wasn't really any other cool displays going on there except for the steamroller thing. The steamroller art thing, so I figured I'd get a video of that and post it, because it seemed interesting and I figured people would like to see that. And yeah, I was getting a video in this art museum, but apparently the lady said that I couldn't film a video in the art museum because it was disrespectful to the artists, which I honestly still don't get how it could have been disrespectful to the artists, because I can understand the way, because if I took the video and I was all like, oh well, if I took the video and claimed that I posted it online, claimed that I was the person who did all the art, then yeah, that would be disrespecting the artist, but obviously I would never do that. I'm not somebody who takes credit for something I didn't do, which is exactly why I mention the fact that Kez2 Success was the one who created the new intro for my XX vlogs of Maxx, because she was the person who created it, and I really appreciate her letting me use that intro. And yeah, I'd never take credit for something that I didn't create myself. So that part of the intro, the little intro tune, was by her. The intro slideshow video itself was, of course, by me. It was a quick little one I made. It was longer originally, but I figured I'd shorten it down so that it didn't go over a minute, because I know some people can get bored watching an intro for a show if it goes over a minute. And yeah. So I wasn't able to get any video at the art museum, which kind of sucks, because it would have been a nice video to post. But yeah. And then of course later on I got the second video I uploaded recently, before I uploaded my intro video, a video that I took of this band called Calvin James. They were this really great rock band, or at least I thought they were really good. I don't know what other people think. Hasn't gotten much hits yet last time I checked, but that's okay. It happens, but I thought they were a really awesome rock band. Thoroughly enjoyed their music, and Calvin James, if you're listening, you guys are a really great band. I wasn't sure if you would be, but after listening to a couple of your songs, I figured I'd make a video of your last 3 songs and put it on YouTube to share with the world your awesome music. So I did thoroughly enjoy your performance. It's kind of ironic how their performance was actually the last performance of the little concert they had at the art festival, mainly because of the rain that happened on Saturday in Midland. I'm actually lucky I got the last part of that video, because when I was filming the last part of that video, it started to rain and I was like, oh shit, am I even gonna get the video now? But thankfully I got it. I'm glad I got it, because it made a second interesting video. And another reason I'm glad I was able to make those videos was because those are obviously the first videos with my new Polaroid mini Polaroid video camera recorder that I got recently and that I've talked about in previous vlogs. And the video quality actually turned out pretty good. Made my own intro and exit credit ending cards for it, and they turned out really good. As always, America's Got Talent's on tonight. I'm really looking forward to seeing all the wildcard acts that they brought back and seeing what they have to do. And I'll be doing a vlog tomorrow on my thoughts about what I thought about the acts and who I think will make it through and whatnot. And yeah. So yeah. There's not much has really happened to me lately, although I got into Pretty Little Liars recently, and I know some of you are saying, oh, why would you get into that show? That's totally a chick show. And normally, contrary to belief, I'm not much of the guy that's into those type of shows. Normally I don't like them, but to be honest, Pretty Little Liars is a great show. I can see why girls like it. It's a really awesome show. It's really interesting. And the most interesting thing about it is the fact that the whole mystery of the girl or guy who randomly text messages them and tortures them and stuff, I find interesting, because just when you think you know who A is, it turns out that the person you thought was A turns out not to be, and then it's like, it gets kind of confusing, but at the same time, it's nice to see that it's nice to have a show where it has all these interesting twists and turns. My favorite character on the show is, of course, Aria. In my personal opinion, she's the best looking girl on the show out of the 4 main girls. Well, next to Hannah. Well, then there's Hannah. She's my second favorite. Looks wise, I'd have to say it goes Aria, Hannah, Emily, and then Spencer. And the reason Spencer's last is because I don't think she's as attractive as the other girls. But she is one of the most interesting, ironically enough, out of the four to watch on the show. And you know what I find really annoying lately? I don't know if any of this has happened to any of you fellow YouTubers out there, but I keep getting these messages, these sub4sub.com messages, basically from random YouTubers. Usually, I think most of them are from YouTubers that don't have like display pics on their display pages, and I keep getting these sub4sub messages for this .com website, which it can apparently get me more subscribers, and people just keep sending them to me, and it's honestly really annoying. I wish there was some way I could stop it. Every time someone sends me one of those, I block them on YouTube because it just gets really annoying and frustrating that YouTube, getting those messages on YouTube, I have no interest in checking out the site. I don't trust sites like that, and I'd rather get subscribers the old-fashioned way, by people viewing my videos, and if they like them, they subscribe. It's better that way as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, it's interesting, that's for sure. But yeah, what else to talk about? Honestly, I'm not really sure what to talk about. Let's see. Oh yeah, also for all of you Elvis fans out there, I found out from my dad today that it is the 34th anniversary of his unfortunate death, which is, of course, I'm sure, a sad thing for Elvis fans to remember, but I'd like to take this time to say a little prayer for Elvis. Elvis, you were always a great singer. I loved your music. It's unfortunate that you died the way you did all those years ago, because you were a great singer, and kind of sucks that you had to die and that you're no longer with us, because me and my dad are both big fans of yours. But yeah, I just figured I'd say a little bit about that. Pay tribute to the king of rock and roll. I was always a big fan of his music. And my heart goes out to the Presley family today, because it can't be easy, this being the anniversary of his death, for his daughter and his wife, well, former wife, because she's now a widow. But yeah, my heart goes out to you today. And yeah, today's the 34th anniversary of his death. I just thought I'd bring that up. Thought it'd be something to talk about. I've always been a big fan of his, and you were really great, Elvis. So I hope you're up in heaven and you're enjoying your afterlife, and that a lot of people miss you, and they still do the Elvis Festival for you, which I think is really nice. I've never actually been to the Elvis Festival yet in Collingwood, but I've heard some great things about it, and I'm hoping to go one day. So yeah, and yeah, still trying to help my nephew get his YouTube page up and running. He's having trouble, ironically enough, getting it up and running. I think it's mainly because he hasn't uploaded a video, why I can't find him on YouTube, or there may be some other reason, but hopefully his mom's able to help him get it up and running, because I would like to promote his page on here, and it'd be nice to have him as a friend on YouTube. Which my friends list on YouTube continues to grow. I'm now up to about 33, 34 friends on YouTube, so I'd like to thank those people who have taken the time to send me friend requests. Most of them I have accepted, Some of them I rejected, mainly because I didn't find their page that interesting, and I only like to be friends with people on YouTube whose pages I find to be interesting. So yeah, not really sure what else to talk about today. Oh yeah, apparently today's Drew Carey's birthday, or so they said on Price is Right today. And yeah, you know something I've never really quite gotten about the Maury shows? How you see those girls and they go on there and they know that the guy that they're getting the DNA test for is not gonna be the father of their kid, but they go on there anyway, and then when it turns out that the DNA test proves that the guy they thought was the father isn't the father, then it's like, wow, you just got proven to be an SLUT on national television. And yeah, just don't get why people go on national television when they know there's a good chance that the person they're doing the DNA test for is going to turn out not to be the father, and then when it turns out not to be the father, well, what ends up happening, they end up to get the guy or girl basically gets sent up to be proven that they're a slut on national television. And that's the word I was using when I said SLUT, slut. So yeah, I just don't get why people bother going on those shows. I mean, if I was going to have a DNA test thing done for a kid that might be mine, I wouldn't be going on a show like Maury and doing it on live television, because there's a good chance the DNA test will turn out that I wasn't the father of the baby, and then not only does the person who wanted the DNA test done get humiliated, but the person that didn't want it done gets humiliated because they got dragged all the way out there for nothing if the result turns out that they aren't the father. So yeah, that's just one thing I don't get about Maury. But yeah, I just figured I'd end this episode with that. Can't really think of much else to talk about, so I figured I'd end it with that. Oh yeah, and I know that in previous vlogs I said that I would do part in this vlog about some common misconceptions girls have about guys, but to be honest, I couldn't really think of that many, so I decided against doing that. I might do a vlog about that in the future, I might not. But yeah, seen some interesting new YouTube vlogs recently. I'll probably be promoting them on a future episode of the XX Vlogs of Maxx. But anyway, I'm Max Callum. This has been a XX Vlogs of Maxx. And I hope you're all enjoying your day and having a great day, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Later, people.